Carl is looking for a second date update with Anna. Hi, Carl. How are you?
Hey, I'm okay. How are you guys doing? Thanks.
We're not doing too bad.
We're hanging in there. You a little nervous? Are you a little nervous?
I am a little nervous. I guess you can tell, huh?
Yeah. What are you afraid? Are you afraid of us, or are you afraid of this woman we're calling?
I'm afraid to find out why she's not getting back. I don't understand.
Yeah. You're putting yourself out there. It could be a very terrifying experience.
Yeah.
We've had people walk away with PTSD, just so you know.
Our insurance is through the roof here.
It is.
We'll try to make this as painless as possible. So, Carl, why don't you take us from the beginning? Tell us how you met Anna and how that first date went.
Okay. Well, Anna and I met online, and we talked. Wow, I guess we talked for about 2 weeks or so before we decided to get together and go out on a date. I've been using the dating apps for a while, but she's recently single, so she's kind of new using them.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like, oh, okay, cool. We got together. She was really sweet and nice. We decided to go out for dinner, typical first date.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to take her somewhere, really nice. So we went to Morton's.
Nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful and it's great up there. Nice atmosphere, wonderful food, beautiful view, right?
Right.
So, it was, it was a typical first date, getting to know each other a little more in person, even though we've been talking for a couple of weeks. And we met at the restaurant. I didn't, pick her up or anything. So after the date, I walked to her car, to the garage nearby, and we hugged and said nice things, and then that was it. I thought it was a nice date. I didn't think anything bad happened, and I texted her later that night and said, hey, thanks, it was a great night. Maybe we'll get together some other time. And she said thanks.
Mm-hmm.
But then since then, that's it. I haven't heard from her at all.
So, in your opinion, because you spoke for 2 weeks before you got together in person, did it feel as comfortable as it did electronically? It's sometimes a completely different thing when you meet that person in person.
Yeah. At first, it was awkward because you're meeting someone and you think you know them, but you're actually meeting them.
Yeah.
But it seemed to go smoothly. I mean, the awkwardness for me, anyways, went away.
That's good.
I felt less nervous.
Yeah. Did she meet your expectations?
She's really, really sweet and smart and nice and very attractive. And, we seem to get along. You know how, to me, it's important you're kind of in sync with someone when you talk.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and I think that's why we got together, because we kind of felt like, hey, we communicate well. We're talking really well. So I thought that was still going on at dinner, and she didn't. Yes, she met all the expectations I had.
Whose idea was it to meet there?
That was her idea. I said, I gave her the option, actually. I said, would you want me to pick you up, or did you want to meet there? So I guess I gave her the option, and she chose that.
Right.
Yeah, I always liked a meeting. I never wanted anyone to pick me up for a first date, especially kind of in this situation, because it wasn't like I was afraid to let them know where I live, but I also was kind of like, if it doesn't work out, I don't want them to know where I live. If I wanted to ghost them, they could stalk me, because I was doing stalking of other people that I knew where they lived. I was like, I just want to meet you there.
As a stalker, you knew that the tables could easily be turned, right?
Not saying you would, but that's maybe a reason why she was like, plus if I didn't like this person and I ended up feeling stuck, or I wanted to fake a way to get out of there, I always had an escape plan.
Good thinking.
Yeah. She's new to the dating app, so it made sense to me. You know what I mean? It's her first time meeting somebody.
You got it.
I mean, I didn't think anything of that. I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So the departure felt good to you? You said there was a hug?
It was just a slight hug, but, first date, I don't really expect. You know what I mean? It was more of a get to know each other date. It was a hug. We hugged.
Yeah.
All right, Carl. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to call her. We'll try to see what she really thinks of you and how she thinks that first date went. Coming up next as we continue on Second Date Update at Q102. All right, so Carl met Anna online. Anna is new to online dating, but that's okay. They seem to hit it off swimmingly. They chatted for a couple of weeks before they got together. He took her to a nice dinner at Morton's. That's a great first date.
Right?
I'm kind of craving it now,
You
yeah.
want to take me to Morton's, Carl? I'll go with you.
I love Morton.
Yeah, and the date went great.
Great meal, great date.
And nothing sticks out in your mind that you're thinking, maybe that didn't go as well as I thought. Or maybe she misunderstood me when I said blank.
Or maybe it was just like she's not feeling you. Like sometimes matches on first date don't work out. And it's hard to be like, hey, I don't want to talk to you anymore. So you just go away.
Sorry, not feeling you.
Yeah, that's hard.
I guess. But, I've been trying this app dating for a little bit, and you usually kind of can sense that when, you know what I mean? And I didn't really sense that during our date. Like, we seem to get along the whole time.
Right. Have you ever been blown off before, Carl?
There's been people who didn't get back to me that I didn't want to get back to me. So
Yeah,
that's
so
okay.
you were like, I don't care.
Yeah. But no, I haven't had anyone that I really liked, and I was like, wow, they're very interesting. We got along. This could work. And then they didn't get back to me.
All right, well, we're about to find out. You about ready to make this call?
I want to know, yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Do it.
Hello.
Hello, is this Anna?
Yes, it is.
Anna, it's Jeff and Jen and Fritch and Tim, the whole morning team here at Q102. How are you this morning?
I was worried you were going to call me.
What? Uh-oh. I heard a breath. I thought it was a gasp of excitement.
No. You can't ghost anyone in this town anymore.
You can't ghost anyone in this
guys
town
calling.
anymore. That's funny. It's hard to do.
Yet also
Yeah.
very true.
Oh, right?
Is there someone in particular you ghosted for any particular reason?
I'm assuming you're calling about Carl.
Yes.
Okay.
I have to tell you, Carl would not have called if he didn't think things went great, because this is not the first time Carl's been blown off. We've all been blown off, but Carl said he didn't care about the other women who blew him off.
Oh, that makes me feel bad. Yeah, and he's a lovely, totally nice guy. He really is. From the beginning, before we even met, I thought he was maybe a little nerdy for me, but I went out with him because he was kind, he has a good job, like he has a lot going for him, and I wanted to maybe see if we had a connection.
But
So this just made me leave the date while I was on it. Like my body shriveled up into a can't be turned on kind of situation.
Oh.
We went to Morton's,
yeah.
which is just beautiful. I'm sure you've been there. It's awesome. So we order, and Carl orders his steak rare, which I have a thing about. It just grosses me out, but I understand that's his, his body has choice or whatever.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm you got to cook your food a little. So the food comes, and it's pretty rare. And then he cuts into it, and he waves the waiter over, and he sends it back because it's not rare enough.
Oh.
And it was just like a cow mooing on his plate. Do you know what I mean? He was a red.
I get so disgusted when there's that much blood on the plate. I just can't. It ruins my appetite for my medium well.
Yeah, exactly. And so they bring it back. It's barely cooked. It's seared on the outside. It's they took a cow and branded it, and then he ate it. And he loves it. He loves it, and I'm just what? And and the way that he ate the meat, and I couldn't. Like you said, there's so much blood, and I thought I was going to throw up.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't know. I can't help you there. I mean, steak tartare is on a lot of menus, and,
Yeah.
people love it.
You like yours pretty rare, don't you, Jeff?
I'll eat it rare. I prefer medium rare is ideal for me,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to say no if it's sitting right
I've
there.
seen Jeff eat steak like that. Not seared, but I've seen you go on the more
On the more
and
rare
I
side,
love
yeah.
I can do a solid medium. But sometimes I'm like Jen, I don't know if I can
I don't want
watch
to
you
remember
do
that
it.
this was a living being.
But it tastes so good.
Look, I'm a caveman. I admit it. I'm a Neanderthal. There's no doubt
Yeah.
when it comes to
But I've had that, what you're talking about, like that carpaccio,
beef carpaccio.
where it's essentially like shaved raw. And I have to kind of put my head in a different space to even eat it. It's so good, but it's also like, it just is a different headspace for me. Like I have to get over that fact that it's cow.
It's not everyone's cup of tea.
Yeah.
And evidently it bothered Anna enough that she kind of shut down there, Carl.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I had no idea. To be honest with you, that's pretty petty. I mean, I'm thinking like something happened to you, and I was like concerned, and all it is you're very shallow about my choice of eating. My choice of steak, how I eat my
can't argue
steak.
with
I
you.
mean,
Like,
really?
I can't pretend that it's a good reason. I can just say that that was my physical reaction, and that means we're probably not a good fit.
I'm trying to put myself in Anna's position here. I mean, if I sat down at a dinner and somebody started going to town on squirrel meat or something that I thought was really gross, do I think that would affect? No, I don't think that would.
There's nothing that they could eat that would make you go, "Ugh." How about, slurping on oysters or...
Well, if they're
Squid, whole
slurping
squid.
anything, that might be kind of nasty. But no, that
the oyster
oysters
itself wouldn't bother. There's nothing. Is there any food on the planet that you just find like, oh God, I could never eat that?
Repulsive.
Like octopus? Could you eat octopus?
I have eaten octopus.
I've seen him do it. Even the ones with the tentacles and the little legs.
Yeah, I've eaten alligator, cicadas.
God,
bugs,
you are a
rattlesnake.
Neanderthal.
Yeah.
You really, you are.
I'm a disgusting
You're a
man.
beast.
I really
You're
am.
a beast.
I'm
for
a
some
gross,
people-
disgusting man.
It's the
I
blood.
hope you eat all of this with your shirt off and all of your chest hair on fire.
Like a lunatic.
Yes, like a caveman.
But it's it could just be the blood. Like for Jen,
For me, it would be the blood. I would struggle. I mean, and it's like, okay, well, if that's the way this person in my life likes their meat, good for them, knock yourself out. But I don't know if I would want to spend the rest of my life going to steak dinners when I couldn't enjoy my steak because I'm so, they would have to like maybe stand a menu.
Yeah, a little
in front of
divider.
a little
An
divider.
opaque divider.
So
Yeah.
a plate divider. So I
A
would
napkin
probably have my
dispenser.
own made.
And those
Right.
menus at Morton's are tall.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, because it would have, you know what?
You'd
Because,
be like,
well, and you think about it though, it would have to go all the way up to his face because I would still see
Oh,
it on
yeah.
his fork.
honey, are you done eating yet?
Just the eyeballs over the top.
well, I'm sorry to hear that. I guess on the other hand, like if she was going to town on crickets or bugs or something, I don't think I'd be too eager to make out with her at that point. But Carl, I don't know what to tell you, bud.
Well, I mean, I think it's a ridiculous reason not to get to know somebody, but, this is why I hate dating and it's so hard. They don't even get back to me. Ridiculous.
So that's a no to giving up red meat for Anna, I suppose, huh?
Yeah, that's a no. Yeah. No, thanks.
Well, we appreciate you both coming on Second Date Update. Anna, thanks for taking the call. And Carl, we appreciate you putting yourself out there.
Hey,
Bye,
thank you
Carl.
for helping me find out.
No problem. Yeah, Kristen went out. She had a girls' night last night, and as she's leaving, she's like, all right, well, you're on your own for dinner tonight, but there's some chicken salad in the fridge. I'm like, all right, cool. So I go downstairs. I have a little chicken salad. I'm not really loving it because it's one of those fruity chicken salads. Mm-hmm. So I go on DoorDash, and I love Wild Ginger. It's one of my favorite places. It's so good. And I get their salmon sashimi, which is, it's raw fish.
Yeah, sashimi
You know, it's-
is like where they just cut it and plate it.
Yeah,
right?
in case there's any confusion.
Cut and plate.
And I love it. There's small portions, so you can get like 2 or 3 orders. And for me, that's a meal. You throw in a salad, and I'm good to go. I got that wild ginger salad with that ginger dressing. So she comes home. She's like, did you eat the chicken salad? I'm like, yeah, I had a little bit of it, but I didn't. And I told her I got the salmon. She's, oh, raw fish. How do you do that? How can you eat that? I'm like, well, that's why I had it when you weren't here, because I don't
Yeah.
want to be shamed while I'm eating.
A lot of people think sushi is the raw fish part. Sushi just means rolled in rice, I think.
Yeah.
So the sashimi is the
actual fish. Yeah.
It's the ones that they lay like on top, right? Like don't they roll stuff and then lay the?
It can be, yeah. That's the pretty stuff.
That's when it's all beautiful.
Yes, it's beautiful.
No, I mean it's just sliced raw salmon.
See, I'm with her on that.
Amazing in a dipping sauce.
I like it in. I don't want to see it laying on top. I want you to cut it and put it in the roll, so I don't know what it is. It's weird.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird how like you can eat certain things, but you don't want to know what it is, or you don't want to see it kind of being prepared. You just want to eat it.
Yeah, I've come to terms with what it was. I just, I can't help it. I like what I like, and I just want to enjoy it, and it's healthy. It's good for you, and I don't want to be shamed for it.
For eating it.
No, I just want to enjoy it, which is why sometimes, but I can relate to anybody who feels like they can't enjoy certain foods around other people because it's not.
They get grossed out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm not trying to gross you out. I'm just trying to enjoy my dinner.
Like when you eat oysters and someone's going, oh, I can't believe you're eating that. Ew.
Right. Well, go sit somewhere else then.
Yeah.
You're harsh on my buzz, man. 8:19 now. Jeff and Jenn, Cincinnati's Q102. We got to take a break. Coming up, the 1K letter of the day.
Thanks for listening to the Q102 Jeff and Jenn Morning Show podcast, brought to you by CVG Airport. Fly healthy through CVG. For more information, go to CVG Airport /fly healthy.